My dear friends, if you wish to burn like the sun, you must first be willing to grow every single day. Greatness is not an event, it is a process. The sun does not shine brighter in a single moment, it rises daily, faithfully, without excuse. So must you rise, even when the morning feels heavy and the night has been long. To believe in yourself is the first act of freedom. No one else can grant you that permission. When you choose to trust your own potential, you unlock a strength that no obstacle can permanently suppress. Do not sit and wait for opportunity as though it were a visitor who may or may not arrive. Stand up and create it. Build doors where there are walls. Turn setbacks into stepping stones beneath your feet. Understand this clearly: there is no success without discomfort. Pain is not a signal to stop, it is evidence that you are stretching beyond your limits. The final strike of the hammer may break the stone, but it is the repeated effort that gives that final strike its power. Never call your earlier efforts wasted simply because the result has not yet appeared. Do not dim your light because it makes others uncomfortable. The world does not need smaller versions of you, it needs your full brightness. Those who have endured the darkest days often shine with the greatest wisdom. And if at times you must walk alone, do so with dignity. It is far better to stand alone in truth than to join a crowd moving in the wrong direction. Promise yourself this: no matter how difficult the journey becomes, you will not surrender your dreams. My dear friends, life will test you not once, but many times. And in those moments of difficulty, you will come to understand the true nature of people. Never forget 3 kinds of individuals in your life: those who stood beside you when the storm was fierce, those who walked away when the winds grew strong, and those who pushed you into the storm itself. Each of them is a teacher. The first teaches you gratitude. The second teaches you independence. The third teaches you strength. Remember this truth: he who fights may lose, but he who refuses to fight has already surrendered his future. Courage does not guarantee victory, but surrender guarantees regret. There will be seasons of darkness when you feel isolated, when even your own shadow seems to disappear. In such times, do not measure your strength by who stands with you. Measure it by your ability to stand at all. When someone hurts you, resist the temptation to respond with bitterness. Pain can either harden your heart or deepen your wisdom. Choose wisdom. Often, those who try to break others are carrying broken pieces within themselves. Strong people build, wounded people destroy. Do not become what hurt you. Every challenge placed before you carries a hidden opportunity. Struggle refines character the way fire refines gold. It is through adversity that you discover who you truly are. The darkest nights prepare you to appreciate the smallest light. And when you rise again, you will not only be stronger, you will be wiser, calmer, and more aware of your own resilience. Stand firm in adversity. For it is in the storm that your true strength is revealed. My dear friends, character is not revealed in comfort, it is revealed in conduct. In this world, many will speak beautifully, but far fewer will act honorably. Therefore, do not measure people by their promises. Measure them by their behavior. Words can be crafted to impress, but actions are shaped by truth. Respect is not something you demand with a raised voice, it is something you earn through integrity. When you live honestly, when your actions align with your values, respect will follow you quietly. Likewise, trust is sacred. Never lie to someone who places their faith in you, and never close your eyes to dishonesty once it has revealed itself. A broken trust is far more difficult to rebuild than a broken wall. You will hear rumors in your lifetime. Understand that gossip often travels faster than truth. It is carried by insecurity, spread by ignorance, and welcomed by those who lack discernment. Do not allow your spirit to be disturbed by every whisper. A clear conscience is stronger than public opinion. One of the greatest disciplines you will ever master is silence. There will be moments when your ego demands that you respond, defend, or prove yourself. But wisdom often speaks loudest through restraint. The person who truly believes in themselves has no need to convince the world of their worth. Correct your mistakes before they become habits. We all stumble, but repeated neglect turns errors into character flaws. Have the courage to challenge your own thinking. Growth begins when you question your assumptions and refine your understanding. When you are willing to improve yourself, you unlock a stronger, wiser version of who you were yesterday. My dear friends, relationships are not built on convenience, they are built on understanding. Without communication, there can be no true connection. Silence may protect pride, but honest conversation protects love. If you wish to build strong bonds, learn to listen, not simply to reply, but to understand. Without respect, there is no foundation strong enough to hold any relationship. Respect is shown in small actions. In patience during disagreement, in kindness during stress, in loyalty when temptation appears. And without trust, there is no reason to continue walking together. Trust is fragile. It grows slowly through consistency, yet it can shatter in a single careless moment. Guard it wisely. Do not offer a lecture to someone who needs compassion. There are times when advice is unnecessary, and what is required instead is presence. Strength is not always about speaking powerful words. Sometimes it is about offering a quiet shoulder. True leadership in relationships is shown through empathy. Understand this clearly: if someone genuinely wishes to be part of your life, they will make the effort. You should not have to beg for attention, loyalty, or care. Value yourself enough to walk away from what consistently diminishes your dignity. Never become so available that your presence loses its meaning. Every person who enters your life arrives with a lesson. Some will inspire you to grow. Others will test your patience and teach you boundaries. Both are necessary. Learn from each experience without allowing bitterness to settle in your heart. In all relationships, protect your peace. Love with sincerity, speak with honesty, and walk away with grace when respect is no longer present. My dear friends, your life will always move in the direction of your thoughts. The mind is a powerful instrument. If you fill it with doubt, fear will guide your steps. If you fill it with purpose, courage will lead the way. When you change the way you think, you begin to change the way you live. Destiny is not shaped in a single grand moment, it is shaped quietly within the patterns of your daily thinking. Do not allow yesterday to steal the strength of today. The past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Carry its wisdom, but leave behind its weight. The present moment is your greatest gift, it is the only place where action is possible. And the future? It is a question waiting for your preparation. Write your answers carefully through discipline, patience, and faith. Happiness requires release. Release the fear of a future that has not yet arrived. Release the pain of a past that can no longer be changed. Peace enters the heart that learns to let go. Goodness is the only investment that never fails. When you act with integrity and kindness, even if the world does not immediately reward you, your character grows richer. Those who rise from humble beginnings often carry the deepest gratitude, because they understand the value of every small blessing. Never forget the one who stood beside you in your pain. And never forget the one who sacrificed so that you could succeed. Gratitude keeps you grounded while ambition pushes you forward. Stand firm in hope. For even in confinement, a determined mind remains free, and a free mind can always see the sunrise ahead.